the other key, right? Too, in terms of, and it's not just in the NBA, but again, it's societal. Is what is acceptable risk here, and how do we move towards it, and how do we move forwards once we kind of accept these risks? And I mean, I think we've seen societally, obviously, people getting a little more restless with stuff, saying like, "Yeah, we'll take on the risks," and it's still not a majority. But I mean, eventually, as this goes on longer and longer, there will be more people that are willing to take on more of a risk. And I think once again, society gets to a point where, yeah, like you might get this, you're probably going to be okay, and but you might get it and you might not. Is it worth it to you? I think if once those answers become more yes and yes across the board societally, it'll be easier for the NBA to come back. Now, look, obviously, the NBA does not want to be in a position where they come back and God forbid a player or a coach, you know, and I mean it could be a player. I mean, there are players that have, you know, asthma. There are players that have, you know, medical issues and stuff like that, and compromised immune systems. Like, this is in the league. There are coaches that for sure have this, officials, etc. People that will be around the game. Like, the NBA, absolutely. I mean, at its core, like, doesn't want to be in a position where you're risking people's lives. Like, it's that it would be a stain on the league that I think would be so hard to come back from. Right? Is if you come back and because you're trying to satisfy TV dates or whatever, if you come back and God forbid somebody dies, like, I mean, that would be hard